Welcome to Versus!
It was so hard researching for this.
Oh my god. Today's episode is a killer.
Oh yeah.
That is what it's all about. Okay, we all know how we love pets.
Yes.
Pets are such an essential part of life, but
we are such pet people ourselves.
Yeah. Heavy petting. Petters. One of the great things about pets is that, you know, they're there for you whenever you're down, whenever you're feeling lonely, when you hate the rest of the world. They're always there. By the very definition of what a pet is actually a domesticated or tamed animal kept for companionship or pleasure. Now, following...
That didn't sound so right.
It only to your dirty mind.
Maybe companionship, yeah.
Or pleasure. Don't you feel pleasure when you come home and you hug your dogs?
I feel love.
Pleasure, love. Kind of goes hand in hand. It's a pleasure meeting you. Does that mean like, ooh, it's sexual? You talaga eh. It's your mind. It's your dirty mind. Anyway, following that logic, almost anything could be considered a pet, assuming that you domesticate or tame it enough.
Like a rock, a pet rock.
Of course, unless it's against the law. That's another story altogether. Like a lion, you cannot pet. You cannot.
Endangered animals.
Yeah, you cannot turn that into a pet. I'd have to say though, if you were to think of something that like you could turn into a pet, anything at all, what would it be?
Hello, you are asking me what would be a great pet?
Kid-friendly.
Kid-friendly. Pokemon.
I don't agree with you there. They're kid-friendly.
Yes.
Kid-friendly.
Yeah, well, certain Pokemon.
See? What about Digimon instead?
Aha! Therein lies the argument. Which would be better pets? Pokemon or Digimon?
Even the cutest Pokemon of all time. Oh, Pikachu. Pikachu is so cute. What could he do to my child? Electrocute your child.
Okay.
How is that kid-friendly?
Don't choose Pikachu.
Mewtwo has like...
No, that's a villain.
Okay.
Something really cuddly. Like...
See, but he's still a Pokemon.
Rockruff.
Oh, wow. Wait, Rockruff? No,
He's a dog.
That's Geodude. I'm thinking of Geodude.
You're always thinking of dudes.
Wow!
Wow! You know, Rockruff is a dog.
Does Rockruff have any powers?
Yeah.
What?
He's very rough.
Ay, you're not pala knowledgeable about Pokemon.
Not Gen 7. That's alolan na eh.
Okay, fine. Okay. Go with Gen 1 Pokemon.
Okay, Gen 1.
Gen 1.
Okay, the safest?
Yeah.
I would... Bellsprout.
The flower? What do you want? A pet flower?
But
it's more of like decoration.
You were talking about harmless. You know, I mean, of course they have powers, but you know, the Pokemon will not unleash the powers unless you order them to. So just like a regular pet, like a dog, if you don't train your dog to bite, then it won't bite.
Oh, okay. So let's just say, okay, what are the powers of Bellsprout?
Yeah, like for example.
Cut.
Yeah.
It's cut the grass power? Yeah, it is, right?
I don't know if it has Vine Whip.
Because I was thinking, like, okay, fine, you say that the Pokemon, you know, they only do that unless, when they're commanded.
Yeah.
Let's just say I have a pet Pokemon, a Bellsprout, and you are at my house, and you're kind of annoying me, you're kind of getting on my nerves. We're both children, and I have because I'm a kid.
Yeah.
And I don't like you.
Okay.
What if I tell my Pokemon cut Chico? How is that kid-friendly?
Well, anything can be, you know, give a child...
If I tell a dog now, like, dog, attack, he won't attack you. He'll be like, what are you talking about?
Unless they're trained. Anything. Even like a cotton bud can like be used to like damage another person.
I want to see how... Wow.
Stuff it up the nose.
Wow. Brief backgrounders on you know, Pokemon and Digimon, which I feel is still like a better alternative to having like as a pet rather than a Pokemon. Now, Digimon, which is short for digital monster, they're mysterious life forms that were discovered in the computer network, aka the internet.
Yes.
So it's like deep web stuff. You know, that's where they got Digimon. Includes almost all the creatures that reside within a parallel universe called the digital world. Now, there are many different species of Digimon, as well as unconfirmed and new generations of Digimon yet to be revealed. Now, the rate of increase of Digimon species goes with how fast the digital world expands. So if there's a new social media platform, there's a new Digimon monster. The digital world expands, the number of Digimon grows as well.
Let's just hope there's no brownout or that your Wi-Fi is strong.
Okay.
I love how you roll your eyes at me.
Pokemon!
Okay.
Oh wait, are you guys ready to be here for the next like 5 hours?
No,
because he's gonna start talking about Pokemon.
I will condense. There are currently around 807 known species that inhabit the Pokemon world, meaning there could be more. And they have powers not demonstrated by most real animals. I mean, like, how many animals have you seen could phase through walls?
Yeah.
Now, while most Pokemon resemble animals and behave like them, there are many that do not resemble animals at all.
Yeah, like the magnet. What's his name?
Magneton.
Magnetar.
And then
Magneton. Magnitra.
There's Chandelure, Vanillish.
Chandelure? Is it a chandelier?
Yeah.
Ando ba si Lumiere?
There's Muck. Basically, like muck. Like
slime.
Slime kind of thing.
I can imagine they'd make quite a mess at home. You know what I mean? Like if you had them as pets at home, parang...
Maybe not Muck.
And if, like, coughing, is he contagious?
And even in the anime, like, Muck is like, you could smell him from a mile away. You already know that
there's a Muck there.
Yeah, there's Muck around the corner.
Mapapaganong ka.
Right?
Alam ko na, if I had a pet Muck, last name niya Nelson.
Muck Nelson? Or Mucky Muck.
Mucky Muck and the Funky Bunch.
You know what? In the Pokemon world, animals do exist, but rarely mentioned. Although they exist, you see more of Pokemon than our regular.
Right, and instead of a cat, you have a Meowth.
Yes.
That sort of thing. Let's talk about like lifespan, because I mean, obviously, this is the fear of a lot of you know pet owners out
and
there.
General biology.
Yeah, I mean, even in the real world, when you start thinking about your pets, you think about, oh no, how long do they have left? You know, that kind of thing. And start off with Digimon. So, okay. With Digimon, they basically hatch from eggs called Digi-eggs. And
wow, I wouldn't have thought.
Age via a process called, hold your horses, because they really ramped up the creativity on this one, Digivolution.
Digivolution.
Damn, creativity level 1000, which of course changes their appearance and increases their physical powers too.
Okay.
Now, some Digimon act feral. Some of them. Kind of like how creatures are in real life. You know, they're feral ones.
Some more tame than others.
But most possess human intelligence, speech, and personality. So this is really impressive. Like, imagine like if you had a Digimon pet, you could have actual conversations with it. You could turn it into like your personal psychiatrist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know how like when you have conversations with your dogs about how you feel like, oh my God, I feel like I'm irrelevant in life. Your dog just kind of looks at you and like, where's my treat?
Yeah.
With a Digimon, they can actually give you like life advice.
Okay.
Because they possess human intelligence, speech, and personalities. Now, it really can't be called biology because, I mean, they're not made of biological matter, rather reconfigurable data.
Okay.
And separated from their partner, they actually become weaker as the separation is prolonged. So it's kind of sweet, you know,
or weak.
Sweet. I would go with sweet. Now they age just like living organisms as well. But here is the best part about it for me: when they die, whether if it's due to like a fatal wound or old age or whatever, they dissolve into bits of data.
Oh.
They're like Jedi, you know what I mean? So they dissolve into bits of data, which then recomposes itself into a Digi-egg. So
to form a new Digimon.
They're never really gone. You know what I mean?
So
like you don't have to. It's like Pet Cemetery, only non-freaky.
So when they die, they become like they dissolve into Detha.
Data gathering, data mining.
Right?
My God, we should have written Digimon.
I know, right?
So Digimon who are reincarnated this way sometimes retain some or all of their memories from their previous lifespan. So like if they're, let's just say you have a pet Digimon, the Digimon dies, sometimes it actually reincarnates and still remembers everything about you. And
so they're not really dead.
Yeah, so you never really feel the pain of losing a pet.
Okay.
Thus making it the perfect kid-friendly pet.
Argument.
Virtual mic drop.
Now I start. Many Pokemon are able to evolve into other Pokemon, usually making them larger and stronger.
Which would mean that you would need more space in your house.
Well, of course, it depends on the Pokemon. Okay. Sometimes much larger, sometimes just a little larger.
All right.
Now, in the games, they all come from eggs.
Do they shed?
It depends on the Pokemon. If you're Muck, I don't think you shed, you drip.
Yeah, which is gross.
They also have like powers rooted in certain elements.
Okay.
So
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
For example,
water,
water. Not heart.
Go Planet.
Electricity, psychic, Pokemon, ghost, grass, bug.
Okay.
You know, all of that. All right. Now, this gives them abilities which they can use to defend themselves, but this also gives them certain weaknesses and immunities. Like, for example, how flying Pokemon are immune to ground attacks.
Okay, because they can't reach them.
Yes. Magikarp will evolve into Gyarados, who is like a water and dark.
Okay.
So there's just like an additional
So they're very racist that way.
No.
Dark sila.
So although Magikarp is just water, the moment it evolves, it earns like an extra element.
Yeah.
Pokemon have absurd lifespans, if we're talking about lifespans. It varies according to the Pokemon.
Okay.
Just like, certain animals live longer than other animals. Ninetales is said to live about, 1,000 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah.
So they're going to outlive their human owners.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Absol with a fabulous hairstyle.
Absol.
Lives to 100.
Okay.
And,
like a turtle.
And so on and so forth. So it all depends. And there are Pokemon that have been around for so long, like the legendary Pokemon. Like, for example, the legendary birds, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, and then you have Rayquaza.
Gino, kill you more.
Oh, no, I wouldn't go that far. Kyogre, Groudon, they've been around so long that legends have been built around them.
I don't know how that would work in a household. Like, because we're talking about making them pets, right?
Yeah, we probably will stay away from the legendaries. So I don't know how you can have like a Kyogre in an aquarium.
So again, the argument here is whether or not they would make for good kid-friendly pets.
Yes.
So of course the relationship with humans is very, very important.
Oh, true.
So with Digimon, whenever they're partnered with human allies, for example, the Tamers or the Digidestined. Now, they have different rules when it comes to Digivolution.
Okay.
The stronger the Digimon and the humans bond, the easier it becomes for the Digimon to Digivolve. How many times am I going to have to say Digi today? To Digivolve through the use of a Digivice owned by the human. Yep. They do Digivolve after a fight, though.
You can do it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, it's also possible for the Digimon to travel to the real world. Most of humanity does not know of the digital world's existence. Now, the few humans that do either programmed an aspect of that world, or were summoned there by a Digimon or some other digital being. So it's like, you're very special when you have a Digimon, because not everybody gets it, and not everybody even knows there's a digital world. It's more of like, oh, you were chosen, Now, Digimon serve various purposes, just kind of like Pokemon, I would suppose, Some are protectors, others are destroyers, while others merely exist in the digital world. Now, in the anime, they actually have access to the real world information. Like info about the royal family and, other world leaders. Now, it was also implied that they even have access to nuclear codes that could trigger the world's end via nuclear warfare. And I feel like I just lost this argument.
Kid-friendly indeed.
It's let's unleash some nukes today!
When you have a nuclear holocaust at the fingertips of these pets, I guess that's very safe.
Yep.
Yeah.
I lost. I'm good.
All right, so let's go to Pokemon. There are very different reasons.
Do we even have to? I mean, we have nuclear codes.
We do. There are many reasons why people would pair up with Pokemon.
All right.
For some, it's to become the Pokemon master.
Right. Which you claim to be.
They get like Pokemon to battle with other Pokemon. Sometimes people would pair up with Pokemon to do, not battling, but to do certain chores. Like, for example,
it'd be really useful to have like a Charmander whenever you're a smoker.
Exactly.
Like, you'd have a lighter there all the time. Imagine if you had a Pikachu in your house. Wala ka nang babayaran sa Meralco.
That's true.
Diba?
Or there are instances where there are Machamps used to construct like something for a construction site. They're the ones with the 4 arms.
Okay.
Like Machop, Machamp.
Machorva, Machopapa, ganon.
No.
Yan yung mga evolution niya.
That's Boiletmon. There are also Pokemon trainers who just keep them around for company.
Okay.
Like if you watch the anime, Ash's mom actually had a Mr. Mime, just around the house.
What does a Mr. Mime do? Oh, he's the one that looks like Nicki Minaj?
No, that's Jinx.
Oh, okay.
Now for a stronger Pokemon to listen, however, trainers are required to collect badges for them. Collect badges for their Pokemon.
Okay.
To be able to compete. No, it's like in order for you to, let's say, battle in a tournament.
Okay.
You have to have a certain amount of badges which means you've beaten certain gyms.
Right.
Okay. Like, for example, with Ash in the original series, he couldn't get Charizard to make love to him.
Pleasure. Remember how we were talking about some people keep them around?
Charizard.
You light me up, baby.
With Ash in the original series, he couldn't get Charizard to listen to him until he got the right badge from the right gym.
Okay, so it is kind of like a diverse license, like of sorts.
Yeah,
it's kind of like, okay, Charizard is a truck, and you only have a semi-pro license. You need the professional license to be able to drive the truck
because
properly.
because like Charmander was a complete sweetheart.
Yeah.
Like he loved Ash and Ash loved him.
Yeah.
And then when he became Charizard,
he was kind of an a-hole.
A little, not just a little bit. Like he would ask him to do stuff, and we would completely ignore him.
Yeah.
He kind of had to earn
the right to lord it over him. Yeah.
You know how like as a kid, your kid is like super loves you, but as a teenager, they're more like sulky.
What?
And they don't.
What are you talking about?
They don't.
I love my parents.
Obey you as much.
I did.
Maybe it's more like that.
Baby Groot, teenage Groot, then Groot.
Adult Groot.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you have no goal of training your Pokemon to be stronger, however, you should have no problem.
Okay, so you can keep them as is. Okay.
Now you can encounter Pokemon in various ways. You can encounter them in tall grass, caves, while surfing, believe it or not, while fishing, maybe Lapras.
A Magikarp.
Trading with other trainers. So if they have a Pokemon you don't have and you have something they don't, you can trade. Or hatching them from eggs.
Okay. Well, you know, you won this argument the minute I stated that Digimon have nuclear codes, so there's really no argument there. I don't know how to get back from that, honestly. Like I usually put up a pretty good fight, but today I don't think I should. And
you could really get like super like friendly Pokemon. I mean, you don't have to get the really like intense ones like Charizard.
Yeah.
You know, there's Jigglypuff, whose main power is like he can put you to sleep. That would be perfect for like
Insomniacs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking Insomniacs, but
the only downside is he will write on your face with a pen.
I think at the end of this episode, the real question that we're gonna pose to the people who are watching it is, what kind of Pokemon would you want to have as pets?
Exactly. If the argument was who would beat who, maybe you would have
I think we
you would win.
Hands down. If that were the question at the start of this episode, then we would have won.
But
sure.
Otherwise, it's, you know, parents out there, get your kid a Pokemon.
Yeah, if only it were real. But hey, if you have any ideas of who you would want as a Pokemon pet, or fine, if you want a Digimon,
tell us all about it. Who would make a perfect pet? Regardless of the child-friendly part, because some people would like to have a badass pet. Tell us all about it in the comment section. Yeah, and if you want to give us any ideas of who you would want us to pit up against each other next episode, leave it in the comment section as well. Blank versus blank. Oh, you know what you can do? Like, you know how like in some malls people write their phone numbers on like the bathroom stalls? Do that to the comment section instead. Like just instead of writing your numbers on a bathroom wall, waiting for like invitations or whatever, leave it on the comment section. Like, kung ikay nalolongkot. Ayun, yung mga ganon. Exactly. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And after you subscribe, maybe you can slide into our DMs. Yeah. Joke. Okay, so, you know, tell us all about it. Or is it really a joke? Tell us all about it, and we hope you click subscribe and share if you like the video. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.